All right, we are back. Welcome to day 3 of the Mompreneur Launch Challenge. I can't wait to dive into this material with you. Today, we are going to talk about how we take everything we discussed yesterday about our BFF clients and what our offer is and putting that all together and actually turn that into something that we can sell and message to our clients, and also how to reach them. Because I know it can feel like it's impossible to reach people in this busy, noisy world today. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Go to my present, do this the funny way again. All right, so welcome to day 3 of the 5-day Mompreneur Launch Challenge. So today we are discussing how to effectively be heard in a crowded marketplace and communicate your irresistible journey to your perfect client, resulting in consistent, high-quality leads and flawless sales calls. Who doesn't want that, right? So if you remember from yesterday, we talked about creating an inspired business concept using skills you already possess and that will be valued and sought after by your intimately known BFF clients. Brief overview for those of you who are joining us for the first time. I'm Angela Bell. So I'm a mom of twins who is drained and depressed, trying to balance a fast-paced career in finance and motherhood. I grew my first company to over 2 million in sales, and then it went bankrupt after my father died suddenly. I decided I was tired of doing things the socially acceptable way and tired of watching other moms struggle, exhausted and underappreciated. Since then, I've helped over 100 moms launch their own profitable businesses, started a popular podcast for mompreneurs, launched my very own TV show and magazine, and I'm an internationally best-selling author with 6 more books on the way. I'm also the founder of the Inspired and Profitable Mompreneur and the creator of the CMS launch method. So the Inspired and Profitable Mompreneur CMS method, that is clarity, marketing, and sales. So today we are driving into the M for marketing so we can effectively communicate our irresistible journey to our BFF clients. So M is a personalized marketing strategy that we use to effectively be heard in a crowded marketplace and communicate our irresistible journey to our perfect clients, resulting in consistent, high-quality leads and flawless sales calls. For your marketing to be effective, you have to know who you are marketing to. So this means that you already have your perfect customer persona, which we discussed yesterday. Your personalized marketing system communicates your irresistible journey, how you help, to your future BFF clients in a way that they will hear and take action on. It doesn't matter how good your offer is. If no one knows about it, no one is buying. And if the wrong people know about it, still no one is buying. You could have a great business, but with no one buying, you have no profit, revenue, or sales, and you still feel like a failure. Feeling overwhelmed, trying too many things to reach an unknown group of people, you're going to start to think that your offer is the problem, distracting you from success instead of not talking to the right people. So imagine knowing with confidence the exact process you use to help your clients. Imagine always knowing what to say and share and reaching the right people every time. Imagine your BFF clients messaging you daily about your services. That would be great, right? Imagine no more cold DMs, spammy messages, and exhaustive selling strategies that never seem to work. Imagine having complete confidence in yourself and your business. So what do you say? Are you ready to learn how to do that? Let me see a comment below or drop me a message. Let me know. Are you ready to learn how to effectively reach your clients without having to do all the stuff that feels gross? Okay, looks like we're ready. Here we go. That awkward pause while I share my screen again. Okay, So as I mentioned, your personalized marketing system is the one that guarantees you are heard in a crowded marketplace and able to communicate your irresistible journey to your perfect client, resulting in consistent high-quality leads and flawless sales calls. So in this, we're talking about creating your irresistible journey, locating your ideal clients, creating messaging that speaks to them, and then sharing your messaging in a way that they see it. So what exactly is an irresistible journey? Any thoughts? Okay. Yeah, some good points. Awesome. So it is the transformative process that you take your clients through. You're taking them from a painful point A to a desired point B. If you remember yesterday, we talked about identifying our clients' pain points. What are they worried about? What do they wish was different in their life? And we talked about what their desired result is. Where do they want to be? Where do they wish they could get to? Now, keeping in mind that people don't buy plane tickets. That's funny, right? Why would I throw that in there? No. Our irresistible journey is the process we take people on, right? To get from point A, which is painful, to point B, which is desired. So people aren't buying our process. They're not buying what we're teaching them. They're buying the destination, the journey, and getting to the desired results. This ties in with the idea of people don't buy plane tickets. People don't buy the ticket to get on a plane to Hawaii, right? They buy the journey. They buy the flight and arriving in Hawaii. They buy the ability to get to Hawaii and enjoy time with their family, soak up the sun, maybe take a surfing lesson, see a real volcano. They buy the end result. They buy their dream. They're not buying the plane ticket. People don't buy programs. They buy the end results and dreams. So you can't sell someone a 3-step process, right? You sell them their desired results. The irresistible journey is how you get them there, right? How do you get them to their desired result? So mine is I help moms launch and grow their own online business to create time and financial freedom, right? I'm teaching you this week about the CMS method, but I don't sell my clients the CMS method. I sell them time and financial freedom. But to sell them that, I have to have the CMS method. I have to have a journey for them to go on, something that they can follow, that they like, that will get them to their desired result. And that's what you need to create when you're creating your irresistible journey. You have to create a process that gets them from where they are now to where they want to be. So does this make sense? This reminds me to check in with people. That's why I have slides like these. Okay, everybody understand, what the journey is and what it's all about and how it needs to get their clients to their desired result? Okay, let me clarify a bit more. So essentially what you're doing is you are taking your I help statement. So I help moms launch their own online business to create time and financial freedom. And you're breaking that down. How do you help them do that? So how do I help moms create their own online business? And you want to break it down into, I said 4 to 6 here, but 3 to 6 is fine. Steps, major steps. So not little things like, for example, yesterday, create your ideal client persona. That's not a step. Getting idea clarity, getting really clear on your business and what it's about and what skills you're including and who you're selling it to. Idea clarity is a step. And then identifying your skill sets, packaging it together into an offer, and identifying your ideal client persona or your perfect client persona. Those are sub steps, right? Those are the bits you go through in that big step. And so your irresistible journey is the 3 to 6 steps that you take your client through to get them to their desired result. It's essentially a map, right? It's your map for your clients. It's your map for you so that you know how you get your clients through there. But it also helps you get them engaged and let them know what they will be doing in order to get the result. Because the thing is we can always tell people, oh my gosh, I can get you this amazing result. All you have to do is believe me. but they're going to want to know how, right? They're going to want you to break it down a little bit. How are you going to help me do this? Because I've tried before and it didn't work. And why should I believe you? And so by creating our irresistible journey, we are putting out a way to show them how we help them create it. Okay. Okay. So I know what you're thinking. Great, Angela. I have a journey. Now what? Good question. So now we are going to find your BFF clients, right? Because as I've told you, yesterday, and as we've discussed in day 1 and day 2, it can be so frustrating to be like, I know my business, I know what I can do, I have something to offer people, and then spend hours and hours, cold DMing people, posting on social media, posting on your own Facebook page, hoping that your ideal clients are going to be there. But the thing is, while some of your friends and family might be your ideal clients, the likelihood that you're going to find a lot of ideal clients in, your friends group on Facebook, because a lot of us use our friends group on Facebook to keep in touch with family, friends, connect with people from high school, whatever it is that we do, stalk our old boyfriends, who knows? Chances are those people aren't going to be the ones that are going to buy from you. And if they are going to buy from you, they're probably going to ask you for something like a friends and family discount, right? So to find your ideal clients, we're going to have to look outside of your immediate friends and family for the most part. So did you create your perfect customer persona? Okay, because this is going to be key. So before we move on, let's make sure, did we create our perfect customer persona? Yes? Okay. Because that ties in here in a big way. So based on the information that you compiled into your perfect customer persona, where do your clients hang out, right? Where do they get their information from? And who are your best competitors and where do they hang out? So let's think about this for a minute. Where do your BFF clients hang out? So mine, typically, right? I work with current and aspiring mompreneurs who are either looking to launch a new online business or looking to grow one. So where are these women hanging out? Well, they're hanging out in Facebook groups that are dedicated to mompreneurs, or they are hanging out in, mom groups looking for help with mom stuff, or they are hanging out in, business startup groups, or, on Instagram, looking at, some people that have already done this so that they can get information from them, or they're hanging out on YouTube and they're watching a bunch of how-to videos to figure out how to build their business. That is where my clients hang out. Where do they get their information from? They get their information from their friends. They get their information from their family. They get their information from the influencers that they are following online. Okay. They are not getting their information from news websites. They are not getting their information from library books, and they are not getting their information from, watching a TV show or talking to their best friend about business, because chances are their best friend might not be in business or might not aspire to business, right? They're looking for people that know what they don't know. And so they're looking for influencers. They're looking for experts. They're looking for people who are talking about what they want to know, and they're doing it online. So me going and posting about my services in a yoga studio is probably not going to get me a lot of success. But me posting about my services in a Facebook group, like specifically committed to mom entrepreneurs or women in business, is likely going to have better success. Who are your best competitors? Why do you want to look into your competitors? Because honestly, it will save you a bunch of time, right? Where are your competitors hanging out? So if you identify your best competitors and you look for where they're posting and where they are talking about their stuff, chances are they're telling you where your clients are. Okay. So finding your crowd is easy when you know your BFF clients intimately, right? When you know what they're worried about. So what are they looking for? When you know what they're, excited about, or what they're dreaming about, or when you know what their frustrations are, what their challenges are, you can find them because you know already what they're looking for. So here's something I want you to do today, and it's in the homework, is list 5 to 10 Facebook groups hashtag following, okay? FF clients, and have them self-identify, right? So instead of sending DMs to people and saying, you know, hey, could you use my services, without really knowing a lot about them, without knowing if they're even looking for help, without knowing if they're looking for your specific services, you can actually have them self-identify. Because we all know that when we get those emails saying, hey, I've got this really great thing that you could use, we probably hit delete, right? Because we get a lot of them. And sometimes, if you're like me, if they annoy you enough, you eventually ask a question because you're curious about how they are so tenacious and persistent, but not often, right? And it feels kind of gross to just randomly be DMing people without knowing a lot about them. And if you're taking the time to know a lot about them, you're wasting time finding out about people who might not even be who you want to work with. So the best way to avoid all this is to get them to self-identify, right? You have your 5 to 10 Facebook groups that you know they're hanging out in. So what do? You do what we call is create a launch conversation, okay? So a launch conversation is age posts, right? So people are like, hey, favorite color, and like 50 people engage because that helps that group with the algorithm in Facebook. So if you create good non-salesy launch conversations, you can almost post them anywhere. And you know, if you get in trouble in a group because you can't post there, just find another group, right? There's never really a point in fighting with group owners, group moderators, group administrators. It's their group. Okay, they get to make the rules. And so that if they don't want you posting launch conversations, then don't. Find another group or reword your launch conversation so that it's not violating the rules. So use a hot pink background or another bright color. Why is that? Because it attracts attention, right? A lot of words we scroll by. We have a ton of information that we're trying to process every day, and I'm going to tell you a bit about that later. But if you use a hot pink background, hot orange, or some other color that really stands out, then it's going to catch people's eye. And then friend everyone who likes or comments on your post, right? You want to friend them because then they're going to see a message when you send it to them. And you can also add them to an engagement group list that you can create on social media so that you can follow and like their posts and comment on their posts and start to build a relationship without being creepy. And then when they respond to your launch conversations, coach a bit in the comments, okay? Have 2 or 3 interactions with them, ask questions. You will become the most interesting person if they're in their life if you ask them to talk about themselves. Because here's the thing, a lot of us don't feel seen and heard. And so when someone asks about us, we feel good. And here's the thing, don't be disingenuous about this. Like actually ask and actually comment from a heart-centered place where you actually want to know. Because remember, these are your potential BFF clients. You should care about them. You should, right? These are the people that you are here to help. So here are some examples, and I'm going to show you some posts at work. So are there any blank struggling with blank, right? Are there any mompreneurs struggling with their messaging? Are there any moms, or are there any entrepreneurs struggling with their bookkeeping? Are there any moms struggling with their time management? Are there any moms feeling overwhelmed and struggling with getting all the things done? These are ways to get people to self-identify. Another one, have you ever struggled with getting a pay raise as an OT? Or have you ever struggled with getting your kids to sleep? Have you ever struggled with finding time to work on your business while still managing your household? And another one is, what is your number one goal, struggle, or passion with? What is your number one goal for your business? What is your number one struggle with social media engagement, right? These are ways people will comment. They will be like, oh, yes, hey, I'm a mompreneur that's struggling to launch my business, because we like to feel connected and we're giving people an opportunity to connect. that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about this so far? We good? Okay. So here's some examples, right? Some are mine, some are not. Some of these I pulled from Facebook. So one is, moms, I'm looking for women who want to start their own online business. Comment ready. That's one way. That's one I use on Instagram because nobody can kick me out of a group for, it's got sales language in it. Question, what 3 experts have you used lately for your business? This will, people will tell you what experts they're using. This will help you not only identify people that are using services you provide, but also see what people are using. It's great market research. Where are my small business owners and what do you do? Right? So this gets people telling you, I'm a small business owner and I help, blah, blah, blah. And through their responses, you can start to see which of them are your ideal clients or perfect BFF clients. As an entrepreneur, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to health and fitness? It's a general engagement question. But for this person who specializes in helping mom entrepreneurs incorporate health and fitness into their life, it's a great launch conversation. Want to become a published author or expand your brand visibility? Who doesn't want that? Well, not everybody, but the people that comment yes are their target clients. Happy November. What are your top 3 goals this month? Right? People that are listing goals that you can help with, those are your potential BFF clients. So posts at work. If money was not an issue, what would you invest in for your business? If you are someone that provides business services, you are getting people to self-identify because the people that list the services you provide are your potential BFF clients. As an entrepreneur, this one, biggest challenge when it comes to health and fitness. So I put this one up here a second time because I wanted to break it down a little bit, right? Because so they're specifying as an entrepreneur, they're stating who their target audience is, right? And they're identifying their challenges, right? Their pain points. They're actually getting people to talk about their pain points openly and as it relates to the industry that they are in, health and fitness. Okay, so you can use these sorts of things to create your own launch conversations and then try them out. So this may all sound a bit too obvious, but you have to get people's attention, right? So now we're moving on to the how to get heard. I like this. Everyone knows what attention is. It is the taking of possession by the mind in clear and vivid form of what seem several simultaneous possible objects or trains of thought, right? So it implies withdrawal from some things in order to deal effectively with others. So when we're trying to get people's attention, we are asking them to stop paying attention to other things and focus on us. And as I know, because my clients are mompreneurs whose attention is everywhere, it can be difficult, right? Studies have shown that people need to see a message at least 7 times before it sinks in. It supports the notion that people learn and therefore remember by repetition. Why? Why do they need to see things 7 times, right? Why can't they see things once? The average person living today processes as much as 74 gigabytes of information in a day. That's as much as watching 16 movies. I don't know about you, but I cannot get through 16 movies in a day. But this is through TV, computers, cell phones, tablets, billboards, and many other gadgets. So the reason that people need to see things 7 times before it really registers is because they're inundated with information all the time, right? So it's funny. I was talking with someone about this, and I'm just going to share a quick story here. And we were talking about content pillars, and we were talking about, creating content for their business and the struggle they had with creating new content all the time. And I said, whoa, why are you creating new content all the time? He said, well, I need to tell people something new all the time. And I was like, no, you don't. Right? I mean, that is one of the biggest things that exhausts people, is always thinking they need to come up with brand new content. You do not need to come up with new content all the time. And this is why, right? Because people need to see things at least 7 times before it even registers. This includes your name, right? So you as a person, your business name, they need to see it. That's why posting on some of those like promote your business is so effective, because you're just putting your name out there so that people are seeing your name again and again and again and again and again, so that when you post something, they're like, oh, I recognize that name, right? And their reticular activation system, which is a spam filter for their brain, lets your information in. So we need to be able to get people's attention. They need to see things from us at least 7 times before it registers. And that is why you don't need to be creating new content all the time. You need to have like 4 to 6 content pillars and talk about the same stuff in slightly different ways, right? That's why it's great to repurpose content, because you can take the same content and do it slightly different. And this is getting name recognition. This is building you up as someone that your BFF clients know, like, and trust. If you're constantly talking about new stuff, not only are you exhausting yourself, but you're kind of exhausting them too, right? It's hard to follow. They need to start to build an idea who you are and what you do. So you need to be consistent and just talk about a few things. I know it sounds boring. It does. And it sounds like basic, but it works. And it'll save you a lot of mental energy. So what are the components of effective messaging? Okay, show up where your BFF clients are. We've identified where they are. So show up there. Don't show up on random Facebook groups, right? Don't do all this work and then go post in some random space. I get it, shiny objects. It can be hard to focus and stay the course, but it's necessary, okay? Demonstrate that you understand their pain points. People want to know that you know them. Create hope, right? Let them believe they could have their desired result, and then invite them in. If you don't invite them, then you're just reporting on information you're sharing. You got to invite them in. People don't know to take action. That's the thing. I did this for a long time, and it kind of comes from like a limiting belief that I had, which is if I just showed people how great I was, they would invite me to work with them. It's the other way around. And I exhausted myself doing this. I'm just going to work harder. I'm going to provide more value. I'm going to be the best person out there. I'm going to do all of these things. And people are going to be like, wow, I should reach out to her and tell her I need her help. That doesn't work. You have to invite them. You have to say, hey, talk to me about this. I can help you, right? Open the door. Ideal clients are like vampires. They can't come in if you don't invite them, right? So here's one. We teach women how to leverage being a published author. So into their business, interested in becoming a best-selling author in 2023. I like this one, and I wanted to put it up here first because it helps me kind of break down these components. So this was posted where women entrepreneurs were collecting, right? In a group. It demonstrates that you understand their pain points. It might be hard because it's not talking. This is why I like this one, because it's not just saying, hey, are you tired? Hey, are you overwhelmed? It says we teach, right? Which is telling people we know that you don't know how to do this and that you're stressed about it. We'll teach you, right? It's like not in your face, but it does demonstrate that they understand the pain point. Create hope. Leverage being a published author into their business. I could be a published author? Ooh, really? And invite. Interested in becoming a best-selling author? If they're interested, then they say yes, right? It's an invitation to engage. Let's talk about another one. I put together a swipe file of 11 tips to break out of a scarcity mindset. Want a copy? Drop a yes below. Okay, what's the pain point? Anybody? Yes, scarcity mindset, right? Fear of not having enough, lack. So the pain point is lack and the worry that there won't be enough. Make sense? Give hope. Break out of, right? This is the hope. You don't have to feel this way forever. You can get rid of that lack and scarcity mindset. Invite. Want a copy? Drop a yes below. Here's how you even tell me you want a copy, right? Very basic principles. And again, free offer. If I were to look at your current process of generating organic leads, would you want my help? Okay, what's the pain point? Generating organic leads. What is the hope? That someone's going to look at it for free and help us out. What's the invitation? Would you want my help? You type a yes. I'm gifting 20 future self progressions. Would you like to meet your future self, the millionaire? Drop a yes below. What is the pain point? I'm not a millionaire yet, and I dream about being one. I don't know what that looks like, so I'm scared. I'm scared of success and scared of failure. I have fear. What is the hope? I could meet that person and eliminate some of the uncertainty. What is the invitation? Drop a yes below. I created a morning magic activation to help women start their days fully in alignment with their goals and full of energy, passion, and motivation to achieve their desires. Who wants it before I make it paid? What's the pain point? We don't wake up feeling aligned, and we don't wake up with energy and passion and motivation. We wake up like, oh, not it again. Right? What is the hope? That you can wake up feeling differently, and that I've got something that can help you do that. Invitation. Who wants it before I make it paid? Comment me below. Like, I mean, there's not specific invitations. It's not like, hey, make sure you say X. Now, these are simple ones. You can get longer, right? You can have longer posts that really get into detail. These are good once in a while, right? I mean, you don't want to do them all the time because who's got that kind of time? And people kind of stop reading when there's too much text. That's why we like emojis. But what is the pain point? Feeling overwhelmed with balancing clients and bringing in new leads to bring in stable income, right? What is the hope? That this person can help create evergreen lead generation on Pinterest. What is the invitation? Drop a gift below or slide into my DMs. This one also comes with some know, like, and trust building, right? So it points out knowledge. It's showing that the poster has the expertise that allows them to make the invitation. So if you are, building new relationships, or, these are great in new groups when you're like, hey, I really want to let people here know that I know what I'm talking about. And I help my clients put together a series of these longer posts that they can alternate and post in different groups. And you don't have to put together a new one every day. You put together some like 5 basic ones, and then you kind of recycle them, use a different picture, tweak things, post in a new group. You do not have to create pages and pages and pages of posts to get this done. I'm telling you, this does not have to be as hard as, we make it. So let's recap. Okay. What we know, offer so far. I'll fix that later. Sorry. So you want to take your clients on a journey from their painful point A to their desired point B. That is your irresistible journey. You need to find your BFF clients using market research and your perfect client persona. You have them self-identify using launch posts, and then you create messaging that speaks to their pain and desired end result. And then you invite. Right? See how easy it can be? It doesn't actually have to be impossible, and it doesn't have to take hours. And you can set this stuff up ahead of time, and that is what we help our clients do. We help them set it all up so that it runs on automation, right? You don't need to always be coming up with new content and posting like this all the time. This can be simple, and you can do it. And you can do it yourself, and I can help you do it. So let's commit again. Are we ready? Come on, guys. You've made it to day 3. You're implementing, you're figuring stuff out, starting to come together. So I, Angela Bell, commit to implementing the CMS method I learned this week to gain time freedom and financial success with my business. I want to see you guys posting that in the group. Post your commitments. Okay, remember, we've got prizes for people who are engaged, and this counts as engagement. I'm excited about tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to round out the S in the CMS method, which is your freedom sales engine. This is how you make sales and deliver high quality results consistently to leads generated on demand and run a profitable business without doing all the work yourself. Tomorrow, I'm also going to tell you about our implementation and support programs that we have available. And it's going to be really great. So this is the exact method that I've used to help hundreds of successful mompreneurs create time and financial freedom, which is what we all want, right? So here's your homework for today. Remember to post your homework in the group. I'm going to post this in there as well so that you can see the questions. List your 5 to 10 Facebook groups your BFF client hangs out in. List 5 of your best competitors. What is your BFF client's pain point? Where do they desire to be? And create 1 launch conversation and post it in 3 of the previously identified groups. And let me know how it goes. Remember, I am here. If you guys have questions, funny story, I remember when I posted my first launch conversation and it blew up and I panicked because I didn't know what to do. It's okay. If that happens to you, reach out to me. Okay, I can help you through it. So, any questions? This is it for today. We are going to have another VIP tonight at 5. Oh my God, yesterday was great. I have to say, it was fun. And in the VIP sessions, you get to learn more. We're going to dive deeper into some things, and you get the opportunity to ask questions to me personally and have me help you out. So make sure you have registered so that you can go to the VIP sessions, or drop a VIP below and I can get you in there. And yeah, any questions? Because if not, I'm going to let you get on with your day. Yay. Okay, guys, I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know how it's going. Let me know your favorite part and tell me what's your biggest takeaway from today. As always, remember, the woman you see when you look in the mirror is exactly what a successful entrepreneur looks like. See you.